Welcome back to RXMuscle's Iron Road to the Olympia 2019, brought to you by Chemical Warfare. I'm Dave Palumbo, and today's guest is the Tampa Pro Fitness Pro Champ, qualified for the Olympia in 3 weeks. She's sitting here with her trainer, Milos Sarcev. I'd like to welcome Jenny Werth back to the show. What's up?
Hi.
Now, Jenny, we talked to you last year. You were on the comeback trail, and, you weren't back to your full form, to your full fighting form. You still were having trouble with the routine. You had injuries you were dealing with. And boy, did you look great in Tampa 2 weeks ago. What happened? Your body finally came back into its own, huh?
Yeah. Finally just, started taking a little more risk, a little more gymnastics, trying harder things, went back to work with Oksana, learned some new tricks. I'm not doing a lot of driving now, so there's less pressure on the back. So I just said, you know what, you only live once, and just started having a little bit of giving up the fear and just going for it. I've been training with Milos. That's another year of training, getting stronger. Just keep at it and getting my heart more conditioned, just showing up to it, doing more cardio. Just the routines are all about conditioning and are you going to be able to hang through a routine? So the stronger I get training with him, the better the routine's going to go. So I just kept at it, just kept at it. So that's a whole other year of work that I was able to get stronger and faster and leaner.
Your physique just got better. Milos, what are some of the challenges working with Jenny now that she's older, she's got some injuries, she's competing in fitness, which we know is brutal on the body. How do you modify your training for someone like her?
You see, I know Jen since 90s, back in the day. And for me, I was delighted when she came a year ago and wanted to train with me. And she knew that my training is just balls to the wall every time. And I was pushing her to the crazy levels, even last year, and she was succeeding, finishing everything. And as I was watching her, her muscle is already mature. She has enough muscle mass, and it was just getting that defined, shapely, still feminine, muscular look. So we continued this year. Of course, she's going to tell you she had to overcome many adversities, injuries, and everything else. So we have to be smart. But if you ever watched my training with Jenny on my Instagram or I put on YouTube very so often, we do something very heavy, but then we do a lot of those isotensions, peak contraction moves, and of course the giant sets. Today, I took it to some hell as well. As you remember very well, back in the day, Juliet Bergman, she made a comeback after 17-year layoff, and it was unheard of. And even though she had a phenomenal physique before, she has never won. And then when she came back, she won 2 years in a row. So Jennifer took 15 years off, had a son, we got out of shape, had injuries, all kinds of stuff. And then she came back. Now, last year, she already won Tampa Pro, so she was defending it this year. And she made a top 8 at Olympia. Now, of course, at this time, she wanted to, do better. And the way everything looks is perfect. So I believe that she's going to bring the best package, at this age.
I got news for you. Those giant sets that you do that might kill some bodybuilders are probably great for a fitness competitor who really needs that kind of endurance. People see the routine. You got to be as all out, gung ho, balls to the wall from the minute you step out there to the minute the routine ends. Usually I watch these girls, and as the routine progresses, Jenny, they get slower and slower. It's like they're almost in slow motion by the end of the routine. The giant set workouts have to help that, I would think.
Yeah, so this year, the routine, even said, you came out and you didn't stop. So, these workouts have helped me. You cannot have a downtime. Your transition, you got to, they want to see movement. They don't want to see any down. It's these giant sets have helped me get through that. Because at the end of the day, it's 2 minutes of torture, and these workouts are, an hour of torture. And we got 5-6 minute giant sets.
I was gonna say the giant sets are way longer than the routine takes, probably.
Yeah.
Now, Milos, when you work with someone like Jenny, diet-wise, what kind of dietary implements do you use? Because obviously she has a higher, requirement for energy because of the routine she's practicing in addition to the workouts. Do you have to feed her more? But then again, you also still want to get her lean. So like, how do you figure that out? You know?
Yeah, so first, she's consummate professional. She's always in shape. So she's been always dieting year round. So she has low levels of body fat anyway. Now, of course, for these high energy routines and practice, I would need to fill her up on carbohydrates and give her, high calorie days. So because of that, according to her schedule, yeah, I would have a fat burning days normally, and then I would have cycling the carbs and give her carbs when she needs the most. At this point, of course, she got a little bit sick, pulmonary, things. So we backed up for a couple of weeks, but she's back today. And we have now 3 weeks to make things happen. So it's very meticulous. As you know, you prepare a lot of ladies. When you still need a little bit of fat burning, in the last 3 weeks, but then you also need to perform and, not to shut down the metabolism and have those nice round, muscle fullness, because she needs a shoulder caps, she needs a little bit of lats and all that stuff. So it's very meticulous, but 2 days in a week, she would go a little bit higher carbs, and most of the days, she would have a zero carbs or very, very little.
No, you got to do those hard zero carb days if you want to burn the fat. That's for sure. Now, Jenny, you recently on your Instagram posted, did you fall out of bed and hit your eye or something like that?
Yeah, I did. I got back from the Tampa, and I don't have AC in the house, so I sleep on the edge of the bed because I'm trying to get to the fan. And
I gotta
kept
stop
falling
you
off,
right
and my son
there.
kept.
Don't you have air conditioning in your house?
No, there's no AC, and where I work or where I live.
Oh
So
my
it's
God!
hot,
Holy mackerel!
It's like 90 degrees. It's like roasting.
Milos, when you diet for a show, you're sweating all the time. You need air conditioning and fans, right? Come on. Buy this girl a little fan to sit on her nightstand there. Come on. So you fell out of the bed?
Yeah.
Yeah, I kept falling out. My son was like, you're gonna hit your head. I'm like, no. So the time came, and I had tried to move the bed before the show, but it's a Tempur-Pedic bed, and I had to rearrange all the furniture. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not going through all that right now. I'll do that later. So the time came, and I fell off the edge of the bed.
Send me your address. I'm going to send you an RXMuscle fan that you can put right on your nightstand. It'll blow. I used to have one right next to my face when I would sleep when I was competing.
But I did move the bed. It is up under the ceiling fan now, so we won't have any of that happen.
It just seems like a very hard way to get cool at night. That's all. Maybe you should put like some ice packs behind your neck or something like that.
I know. I was dumping water over my head. It gets hard.
I can't believe it. Unbelievable. Now, how many hours a day would you say you're practicing your routine nowadays?
So I get up to, with my back problems now, I can only handle about an hour and a half at a time. So I got up to about an hour and a half probably. I'm up to 3 to 4 days a week. But I only use like 2 days of high carb cycling, and the rest of them I suffer through it because, you can't be showing up to high carbs 4 days out of the week.
Yeah.
You're not going to get anywhere in your body. So I do full blown routines 1 day a week, to gymnastics, all of it. And the other days I do segments. And just if you can get through it on a no carb day, then you're going to be able to get through it on a high carb day. I'm going to feel like Superwoman,
Right.
So
you worry
about four.
Again.
What'd you say?
No, go ahead. Finish.
Yeah, so just like showing up to it about an hour and a half, 4 days out of the week,
But I have to jump in. She does about hour and a half of her energy jumps. I don't know if you've seen it. The cardio is like super high impact. I don't know how she does it. And then at least half an hour of abdominal work. That's all like cherry on the top. Yes. Wow. So I think that her abs are just phenomenal. Sometimes she puts my abs to shame. She sends me videos. It's like, yeah, really. It's amazing what she does at this stage of her life.
Now, Jenny, do you still do? Is Milos referring to those boots that you create? You have those boot classes, those Kengo boots.
Yeah, I still do them.
Now that you didn't create those. You just created the classes with the boots, right?
I created the classes with the boots. So we do the heart rate monitor. So we go high and lows with the heart rates. We go HIIT. We go dance. So I'm doing a whole segment, and I'm trying to work on getting some certifications done for it. So that way it's under my style. But I have to go through Afro 8. That's a whole production to try to get. And then we have problems with the music rights because people are getting mad about the music. But, the jump class is the music. We need the music. So that's where that is. But, yeah, I still do it. I'm trying to get trainers up under me. So the ones that are under me, they know my style.
Right.
It's like old school aerobics. You got to call out the moves. People need to know what they're about to do. But at the end of the day, it's fun. The guys can do it. What'd you say?
I said, has Milos ever tried to do one of those classes?
Hell,
I can't get him to.
Like Ronnie would say, hell no. There's no way. You know what? One time in my life I did aerobic class, and that was like embarrassing. So
you'd probably kill yourself in those boots, though. Yeah. Now, Jenny, do you worry about the fact that moving, what you're putting your body through? You have a back problem already. We've talked about that in other interviews. Are you worried that these fitness routines you're doing and all the training for them are going to wreak havoc on your back long term in 5-10 years from now?
At the end of the day, I've gone to a couple of doctors, and a lot of them are like, one of them said, you need an infusion. One of them said, don't ever work out again. One of them said, don't ever do squats. So at the end of the day, when I said don't do anything that bothers it, so I'm like, if bending over, picking up clothes bothers it, so you're going to tell me not to do that?
Yeah.
I don't know what the future holds. At the end of the day, I know that I listen to my body, and I'm not going to go, when it starts hurting, I stop. So I do know that when I'm not lifting weights, that's when it gets the worst. But I'm not going to do anything stupid like start heavy squatting. I do know that. That hurts it. So me and Milos work around it, and I work. That's why I only show up to a gymnastics pass one time a week. I see these girls warming up passes at the show. I'm like, y'all young bucks keep doing that. I'm not warming up no gymnastics pass. It's going to show up the moment we go, and that's it.
But
yeah, I'm not sure, Dave.
Yeah, I'm very impressed with what you've accomplished over the last 2 years. You made a complete comeback. You've changed your body. You look like you're ready to win that Olympia title that should have been yours probably 10 years ago, 15 years ago. So I want to wish you the best of luck with the rest of the prep. Milos, great job with Jenny. Keep up the great work and keep us updated.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dave.
All right, guys, and that's going to take us to the end of another episode of RXMuscle's Iron Road to the Olympia 2019, brought to you by Chemical Warfare. I'm Dave Palumbo. We'll see you next time.